Hello everybody, it's episode 50 of the Chesterfield of Dreams today, and we are going to find out once and for all if we will survive in the Premier League for our very first attempt. So without further ado, we have 4 games to go in the season, starting with this Monday Night Football edition against Sunderland. We'll hopefully skim through the games as quickly as we can, and the sooner we confirm our survival the better. You'll want to see the scenario for our potential survival, and here it is. Without further ado, we are about 8 points clear, I think, of Hull with just 4 games to go. You can see Derby and Norwich are a long way back, 25 points, 24 points with 3 games to go for them. But it's Hull City, the Tigers, that I'm most worried about. They got a big victory just a few days ago, and they've given themselves some sort of chance of survival. If we expand the table now, you can see we are 5 points away from the magical 40-point mark, which Tottenham have finally reached, which is remarkable to say the least. The former FA Cup winners there. Leicester, Everton, Sheffield United are above us, and Aston Villa are below us, but we've played a game less. So if we can somehow get an away result to Sunderland, we will almost certainly survive, and we'll leave Aston Villa to fend their own battle there. But let's take a look at the schedule and see how we've done since we last spoke, which was of course this disappointing away defeat to Derby County. We drew 0-0 with Spurs, which was a great improvement compared to the 6-1 drubbing we were inflicted with not too long ago. We actually outplayed them for periods of the game, but in respect to them, they did have a few chances, but they didn't really hit the target. So I am pretty delighted we kept them out at home. We were beaten by West Brom by 2-0, 1 goal in each half was enough to do the business there, and it was unfortunate since it was one-way traffic, and Loftus-Cheek did survive an injury though. And then this result against Liverpool, we will look at these goals to cement a magnificent result against Jurgen Klopp's Reds. We were pretty much on the back foot for most of the game, but we made our chances count, and we got revenge for that near miss at Anfield, where we should have won, but we conceded twice in stoppage time. But let's take a look at our goals which won us the game. The first you're going to enjoy very much with how it was constructed, no doubt about it. So let's take a look now as the game loads. It won't be too long hopefully, but you can certainly appreciate how important this one is, because I genuinely feared if we didn't get a result here we'd go down, because we would have wasted the opportunity. But here we go, from a throw in, Loftus-Cheek and Valagusa start to combine here, and then Pino returns it to Loftus-Cheek, and look at that for a crossfield ball, truly magnificent. And Kenji Gore gave himself a chance to look up, and Yairo Messa back on the score sheet after a long time without scoring. Then for the second goal, Forza knocks it down with his big head and drills it into the net to secure the points without any doubt. So his first ever goal for the club was a very timely one indeed. So well done to the Spirates there. So we'll leave that screen now. The young man here from Norway is already complaining about not getting enough first team football, but we'll hopefully alleviate that. He won't be starting today, but he has the rest of next season to look forward to, as sorry, I'm just a bit itchy there. He's got the next season to look forward to, as he's got 148 days to keep that promise. A lot of players obviously moaning, let me play, but I obviously can't really allow them all in. The financial situation is excellent. We're just raking it in, and we've still to receive some prize money for our efforts, regardless of whether or not we survive. You can see what an upward trend it is month after month, just fantastic. And youth facilities and training facilities, which will be completed by next season, the day after my birthday, coincidentally. That's something to look forward to without any shadow of a doubt. But we'll now try and get along with these last 4 games. Sunderland, Queen's Park Rangers, who are 5th, battling for Champions League football, TV game at Bramall Lane, and then a conclusion at home to Chelsea. So you'd have to get something out of either of these home games to really stand a chance of survival, but they're very, very difficult games. Both teams have a lot to play for, but Sunderland and Sheffield United less so, but we have a terrible away record, as I've mentioned. But what can we do about it? It's up to the players to answer that question for me, and we'll find out how we fare in our first hurdle at the Black Cats ground Great news. We've gotten a point away from the Stadium of Light through a goalless draw, and it really does help our survival chances now. Hull gained 3 points. They've got a game in hand, but we got 1 point where we didn't expect to gain any at all. So we're another teeny tiny tippy toe step closer to survival, but we are on the right path, and we will play QPR next at our home match, which is absolutely vital. If we play like that again, we're very brave with how we approached the game. We went for the control method, which seemed to work quite well, so we weren't bombarded with chance after chance after chance, and the goalkeeper rightfully won man of the match yet again. He really does perform out of his skin when we're under the cosh, and he's done it again today. So that leaves us on 36 points, as I've mentioned. A win in any of these last 3 games will pretty much guarantee survival, but it's up to Hull to do something about their position in the league. We have done our fair share, but we still have that last bit of work to do. So let's find out how we get along against Queen's Park Rangers, one of the high-flying clubs in the league this season, at our, bound to be sold out Proac Stadium. So I'll speak to you then. Okay, everybody, we're just going to take a quick stoppage for a moment, as it's a midweek game for Hull City to play, and as you can see in this team competitions graph, the worst we can do is 18th position, so we're nearly there. You can taste that Premier League survival for another season. It's so close, and I'm really looking forward to it now. But we're going to simulate this Hull City game. They'll be playing at home to Arsenal, and if they lose that, then anything can happen. But I'm pretty sure if they don't win it, they will be relegated. So fingers crossed we're going to survive once and for all, unless Hull cause a big upset against the Gunners, who were recently beaten to lose the league title. So I think Liverpool beat them 5-0, so hopefully that hasn't damaged them too severely. So fingers crossed. And they've done it. Arsenal, to a 94th minute winner, have beaten Hull City. So that has to mean something for us. It's still everything to play for, but with 3 games to go, I think we are 1 point away from guaranteed survival, because we're 9 points clear. There are only 3 games to go, and our goal difference is a little bit better than what Hull City can provide. So we're nearly there. A result against QPR or a non-result for Hull City guarantees survival. That is absolutely huge. Let's just look at that little tab again. Team competitions. Yes, we can still realistically finish 18th, but let's hopefully avoid that situation as soon as possible by beating or drawing with Queen's Park Rangers. Great news already. We're only 10 minutes in, and it's a goal for Swansea at the KC Stadium, so that will guarantee our survival regardless of what happens here. But it could be a moment. Oh, one of the best strikers this season was through on goal, and if it wasn't for that tackle, it could have gone anywhere. And we're just going to flick through some of these highlights and see what happens. I've made a few changes to the team, and there's one example. Brian Boring, he's given away a free kick. So there you go. There's a look at the table. 10 points clear with 3 games to go, or 2 games to go. That'll be impossible for Hull to overcome, so he will survive as things stand. But QPR off to a positive start despite being fatigued midweek. And Amin Mohammed offside there. Hard luck. But Chesterfield will definitely want to get something on the board. Goal for Hull, so it's not going to be easy. But I don't think they're going to survive as long as we draw this game. They have to better our result. Ronnie Pignot to Brian Boring. Mesa. Oh, he's on his weaker foot. He's got that one completely wrong, as he sometimes manages to do. We're going to show a bit more passion. Yeah, hopefully we have a chance to win this game. It'll be fantastic to beat one of the best teams in the league. Lenihan, good bullet throw, and cleared. Lenihan, Bertram, Brian Boring. Oh, what a save by McCarthy. We're going to try go a little structured for a bit. We want to protect this 0-0 as best we can. It's a goal for Swansea again, and Stephen Kinsella releases Brian Boring. Oh, and he couldn't score. Oh, Brian. I would have loved you if you scored there, but great positivity from the home team. Bertram through to Mesa, tackled, and Manchester United have clearly gone to snooze mode as they're losing yet again despite winning the league with several games to play. But I think we need to give them a little concentration boost. There you go. Goal for Spurs. Don't really care about them anymore. So it's half time, no goals yet again for Chesterfield. We're on a barren run apart from that Liverpool game, but I can still accept that as long as we get the point on the board. We can still win this game, but Yairo Mesa needs a kick. 6.5 is below what he's able to do without any doubt in my mind. So straight to the second half. Let's go. So look at those stats. We are all over them, but we're not really getting those shots on target. But maybe it'll change in the second half. Oh, chance. Good clearance. Kinsella, the very versatile winger, going alone, seeking the help of Boring. Mesa. Oh, that would have been a beauty. The outside of the boot. Just too much for gravity to keep that one down. So not impressed, fans. Deary me. We're going to make a change. So there you go, change is made. Very few quality chances created though. We're going to go back to flexible for a little while. Maybe get a bit more creativity going. Like this. Raheem Sterling scores for Liverpool. Aston Villa are not safe from relegation. That's an important one to keep in mind. It's Sandro, crossfield ball, and this is the moment now. Great save by Muller. He got down very well yet again. It could be another clean sheet for the Swede. We're going to make our final change. So there you go. I've actually brought on Matthew Targett to play left wing. He hasn't really had his chance this season, but we're going to give him what he believes he deserves with a go on the right wing. And that's a decent cross from the Englishman, but it couldn't quite find its destination. Boring to Target. Forza! Oh no! Offside! Oh, hard luck, but look at Chesterfield go! It's off the line! Dial Fry! So close! QPR looks satisfied with this result. Ah, good block from Forza. Kavanagh. And that's the end of the highlight, but look at Chesterfield go! McCarthy saves! Oh, no one's there to pick up the pieces from Bertram's cross. It's a corner for Kavanagh. Oh. Well, I'm getting excited, but a goal here would just be academic. But we will survive as things stand. It's still 3-1 in that game. It's a goal! Dial Fry from a set piece puts us in 15th position, and survival's guaranteed. It's unbelievable. Dial Fry can secure another home victory here as Villa have equalised. Forza to Brian Boring. Come on, lads, we can do it. Forza back to Banks. Just a few seconds away. The fans can rejoice at survival here. Boring. Forza blocked by Mohamed. Target tackled, and that's gone out of play. Blow it up, ref. The time is up now. It's all over. Chesterfield have survived in the Premier League in the very first attempt. Fantastic. You guys are loving this, I'm sure. 7 likes in the last episode. We can repeat that, no doubt about it. What an achievement. It's another win in the Pro X Stadium, and I am absolutely stunned at what these players have managed to achieve. 39 points in 36 games. Hull City are guaranteed not to catch us now. Villa, I think, have secured survival as well. They've beaten Liverpool just like me, and Hull City go down, but Derby and Norwich are already down no matter what. I don't think they had a chance, but Chesterfield have done it. 10 wins and 39 points is enough to keep us in the Premier League against all the bookies and all the poor predictions. We have beaten you again. How about it? Get in there. Brilliant. and we can really rub our hands with glee. We don't need to report on any more games until the next episode. It's all over for Hull, Derby and Norwich. A fell swoop in just a matter of hours. It's Chesterfield's afternoon. The bonuses are paid out. We're going to see how much that affects us. Fulham have won the championship, so we'll keep an eye on them. So here are a list of bonuses for all the players for keeping us in the Premier League, and the coaching staff as well. So I get 51 grand, which is pretty nice. But Yairo Mensah, who really does deserve a pat on the back with his 18 league goals, that is well worthy of an 88,000 euros payout. And we've done it. We have survived. I really didn't think it would happen so quickly, but we have done it. Fulham and Southampton are in the playoff positions there or the automatic promotion positions, with Middlesbrough, Stoke, Cardiff and Nottingham Forest completing a four-way tie there with Palace and Huddersfield. Extraordinary. But we'll worry about that in episode 51, where we'll summarise the season and talk about some of our best results, including the 4-0 win against Swansea, which compounded a fantastic October. So tune in for that. But for now, there's nothing anybody can say to Chesterfield. We are officially a Premier League club again, and it means so much. Thank you very much for your incredible support, and we'll speak again to wrap up the season and see what we can do with our millions and millions of euros to improve this club. So thank you, and speak again soon.